Hey guys.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Guess who I'm with? Mr. MJ.
Hey, nice to see everybody. And it's great to be on John's Periscope channel.
So I took a half an hour ride here.
Really
the high-speed train. It was really good.
Yeah.
It was really easy.
High-speed rail.
Hey Ames.
That's what I said. We're really happy to have you in Taiwan, John. It's great.
Thank you.
We appreciate you showing our culture and everything.
Great. We're good. And thank you for MJ actually picking me up from the train station and all that. Like, this place is kind of neat. It's very different from in Taipei City.
Oh yeah. We're out in the boondocks here.
Taiwan is amazing. We're still figuring it out. MJ's a lot taller than I am, so I have to be like this.
I can stand
like this. Oh, no.
Yeah, I can stand on this.
Hey, and the sun is kind of bright here, so I'm trying to read all the comments here as much as I can. So everyone's saying hi, basically.
Hi.
This is going to be MJ's new channel to scope about anything that's related to culture and history of Taiwan. So later on, you can also follow Taiwan Live TV, the channel, and Periscope, and you'll be seeing a lot more about Taiwan. And MJ is actually from here.
Yeah, well, I'm Taiwanese now. I've been here 12 years, so.
Yeah. So right in front of this place called Yimin.
Yimin Temple.
And MJ is nice enough to actually be the tour guide for us today and explain what it is.
Are you on mode 2 or mode 3 with this thing? Because
I'm not sure. How do you tell, by the way?
You can't tell unless you're looking at the back of the gimbal. It's retarded. It's one of the things.
Okay.
If you go like this,
hey, Mary.
and there you go. Now you're in mode 3. Okay, that's fine. Now what we can do is we can just touch up the
Nicole.
just a little bit. Okay, there you go.
All right.
Sorry.
Cool.
Sorry to take control of your equipment.
Nah, it's okay.
The Yimin Temple is actually a Hakka temple, which is an ethnicity from China that we've had here in Taiwan for generations. This is an extremely important center of culture and worship for the Hakka community. And the Hakka community represents probably 20% of Taiwan's population.
Okay.
Yeah, there's four something million. And so anyway, they're doing something up here. I'm not sure what they're doing. We haven't been up here today to take a look. But
how hot is it? It's kind of warm, actually. I think it's about 23, 25 degrees.
It's warmer than that. Today it's around 26.
Yeah? Yeah.
But, you know, it's funny, John, because it's been raining for months, and you show up with Jonathan, and all of a sudden the sun's here, so it's great.
Yay! Someone is asking, what's the difference between Taoist and Confucianism?
Google is your friend. I do not know. I don't know. I'm not an expert on these religious practices. I just know a couple things about them.
Yeah. So it's not an ignorant question. Nobody knows about it.
No, it's not. It's a very good question. I'm the ignorant one.
What is it in Fahrenheit? I think about 80s. 26 is about 80 degrees. Higher 70s?
Yeah, high 70s. High 70s, yeah.
So this is the place called Hsinchu. It's about half an hour.
This city is called Hsinpu.
Hsinpu.
This is Hsinchu County.
Yes.
Hsinpu. Why don't we show the back of the gate? It's really quite ornate. It's beautiful.
Hey, 1980.
And the temple actually has two names. Yimin, according to my wife, is the name of the god here. And so you won't find other deities like you do in other temples. You have like several deities. There's really no deities in here. There are altars dedicated to this one god, so it makes it kind of interesting.
I see. Yes, there's a lot of stray dogs here.
Yes, there are.
And I don't think they eat them, do they?
I only ate one myself.
Oh.
Yeah, but actually, in my neighborhood, there was a Vietnam guy who raised a puppy for food.
Okay.
And,
they get freaked out whenever they hear about dogs being eaten.
Well, you know, the thing is, it's just another animal, and just don't name it. Like you don't name your pigs. You're gonna eat.
True. So this is more like in the middle of the town. You see a tea house over there. Yeah. There's a place that sells DVD, and I think there's a 7-Eleven and a place that sells like tobacco.
Beetle nut over there.
Yeah. So what's that called in English?
Beetle nut.
Beetle nut.
Yeah, it's a scourge of Asia.
Yeah.
It's definitely an embarrassing problem. There are over 10,000 beetle nut vendors in Taipei alone. The first time I came here, I saw the red spit on the ground, and I said, "Wow, somebody got in a fight." I thought they would, but it's beetle nuts.
Is it a safe city?
Oh, extremely.
He just lost me here. Sick. I think they're talking about the dogs.
Okay,
well,
that's all right.
Yeah, in Asia, I mean, a lot of people actually see dogs and they treat them as pets.
Yes.
But back in the old days, they also have dogs to be another kind of meat form,
Sure.
you know, just to eat. It's part of the culture. So if you don't feel comfortable about it, I do kind of understand, but I also want to explain to people how this is, you know, part of the culture that you might want to be a little bit more, how would you say, open-minded and tolerate.
This is the other side of the world, folks. I mean, I spent a lot of time in Thailand, in rural Thailand, and they have a truck they call a bucket truck. It's full of like plastic pails, and they go down to these different rural neighborhoods, and they'll trade a bucket for a dog. And the dogs are butchered. Now, they're not done like they are in Korea. They're humanely euthanized, they're professionally butchered, and they're shipped to Vietnam for the dinner table. And remember Shackleton, the famous Antarctic explorer?
Yeah.
They had to eat their dogs. And one of the guys said, if we'd known how good they were, we would have ate them a long time ago.
Yeah.
But anyway, just be careful of dog liver because it has an excess of vitamin A. And that could be a problem.
Ah.
All right, here we go.
Fun fact. Do a lot of people speak English in Taiwan?
Yes, but not everywhere.
Not everywhere.
Taipei and Kaohsiung, which explains why a lot of the foreigners live in Taipei.
Yes.
Around here, any of these people you talk to, it's touch and go, hit or miss. Some people will approach you to try to be nice, and they have very, very limited English, and they'll just come up to you and say things like, welcome to Taiwan, hi, how are you? But then after that, you got to speak Chinese. If you want to order food or do anything, basically, you have to be able to speak Chinese here. So.
Ah, okay.
This is quite a beautiful temple. I scoped this on Scope Day.
ING.
It goes back to the 1780s originally. This temple was built to commemorate the victims of two major uprisings. Wikipedia has a nice page on this temple. But there were two uprisings that were quashed, and I guess if you want to say the perpetrators of the uprising were martyrs, basically. And so this temple was built to commemorate them. See, it's quite long. They're going to do some kind of event. It's quite long. There's a huge garden on the other side. It's beautiful. I don't know if we have time to take a look at it, but I can do that later in another scope if you don't.
Sure.
But it's quite long, and there's the ceremonial burner at the other end for ghost money and other items.
Yeah.
And
well, you live here, so you know whatever we can't cover now, that you can always check it out and all that.
And I'm open to suggestions too. If anybody wants to send me a tweet or something, then.
Well, we're beyond the topic of eating cats and dogs, so we can discuss that in another scope, I'm sure. But check it out, guys.
Unlike Thailand, we don't have to remove our shoes. Taiwanese are very practical about things like that.
Okay.
And you'll notice, and this is unusual in that there's no large threshold to step over. The other temples you scope probably had.
Yes, especially the ones in China.
Yeah. So look at the look at the ceiling work. This is really, really something.
Guys, check this out. It's very nice. And they have they have color paintings too. Usually the columns are not painted, but this is actually more painted.
That's the yi for the name of the temple right there on the right. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And these are the Guan Gong, the guardians of the gates, right?
Yeah. Cool, huh?
Yeah.
This temple obviously used to be open air, but now they've got a cover on it.
Oh.
Because they don't want to get water in. But there's
the smoke kind of gets trapped in, though.
Yeah, it does. There's a temple I scoped a couple of weeks ago that the courtyard is actually open. You want to take a look at these items over here?
Sure.
Excuse me. These are religious artifacts. Over here, these items here, they got different sizes, but they all have the same shape. They're round on one side and flat on the other. This looks like this is made out of coconut husk, what it looks like to me.
This is huge.
Yeah, they're huge. You know what these are, right, John?
Yeah, but they're different than the ones that I see them using in Hong Kong temples. But you might want to go through this and explain to people about what this is.
What it is if you want to ask a question of a particular deity, you pray and you ask a question, and in order to get the answer, it should be a yes or no answer, you use these. You throw them up in the air. They land on the floor. Now, if they land same side, either way, same side, then the answer is no. But if they land one side different from the other, either way, then the answer is yes. So in practice, I guess you just throw them up in the air as many times as you want till you get the answer you want, right? So
it's basically what everyone does.
Yeah, it's pretty much what everyone does. Over here we've got the joss sticks. A lot of people hear the term joss sticks and they're not saying what it means. These holders are really, really big. Usually they're in a small container and you shake them and they pop out. Through some method, I'm not sure how, through some method you select one of these sticks.
How the heck do you actually hold on to this and shake it up?
I don't know.
Usually the ones are like a bottle of a can.
Yeah, so usually it's a little can. You shake it and then one or two. But anyway, through some means you select one of these. Now what happens is there is some kind of designation.
Usually it's on the tip with a number.
Yeah, I was looking down here, but it's not. I don't think that's it. Yeah, this one is. These are all worn off. Oh no, I guess that is it. I guess that is it.
This is the code for it.
Okay, so this is what, Jianyan, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what you do is, it depends. I think some of the other ones have them on the top. Anyway, there's a designation on here. It can be a number, but it's usually Chinese words. And so this is important. Let me get my hand out of the way. This is, I'll hold it up here like that. This is important because...
You're welcome. You're welcome.
All right, let me do this.
Okay. You can see that, guys, right? This is more of a serious scope, people, because we wanted to talk a little bit more about, the history and the culture of this temple. Feel free to ask any questions. I'm more than happy to relay the questions to MJ, by the way.
And they're used to me coming here. I've photographed this place dozens of times. I've scoped it a couple times, and so.
Yeah.
Here's more of the joss sticks, the same kind of.
These are the regular shaped ones. Yeah. I mean, the regular size ones.
Yeah, that's one that you were just talking about a minute ago, John. Yeah. You can pick this up and shake it and have one pop out. Yeah. But let's look over here, because the reason there's a designation on the stick is because you want to go over here and get your fortune.
When was the temple built, Isaac? You were saying this is like 100 and...
No, it's I'm going to say 1780, around there. 1780, 1790, I forget, but it's around there.
Okay.
So here you go. This is the one. Yes. This is the one that we found right here, right?
Yep.
And so this matches the designation on that stick. And so this would be your fortune right here.
And it's usually in the form of a poem.
Yeah, it's hard for me to read because it's not like it's literary Chinese.
Yes.
But anyway,
you kind of have to know the hidden meaning of the poem to understand, to actually translate into something that's meaningful with that stick that comes out. Exactly. It's not regular Chinese that they use. It's not like explicit as regular Chinese.
I think this phrase refers to like spiritual light. Yeah, it's
well. This one means you have brightness to shine through the night.
There you go. There you go.
Which doesn't mean anything if you just read it out.
Right. There's a lot of latitude. Yeah. It's like any other kind of horoscope. It can,
So someone actually would explain to you about this. And so usually what you get is a piece of paper, and you go to some sort of like a
fortune
teller.
Yeah.
And then you would ask them, do you want to ask about your business or your relationships or health or anything like that? And they would try to interpret it according to the questions that you want. At least that's my understanding to it.
I think your understanding is dead on. And there are people here that do that kind of. It's really a form of spiritual counseling. Basically, is what it is.
Is it ancient Chinese? It's not ancient Chinese. The Chinese, the font of it is traditional Chinese characters. So most people in Taiwan would know how to read it.
Right.
It's just the context of it, it's kind of hidden because.
Well, it's kind of like reading Shakespeare in English. If you look at it long enough, you can figure it out. But I sure wouldn't want to have to talk like that. We have a gentleman over here that's getting ready to worship. I don't think he minds.
Yeah.
I don't think he minds. He's going to bow 3 times, right? 3 pieces of incense.
I'm not going to.
And he's bowed twice. Oh, he's not done yet. Usually things are done in 3. Yep. Bowed 3 times. Yep.
That's the connection for everyone else. An answer that you need to meditate on. The more you focus, the more it dawns on to you. Yeah. Zen, you're right.
Yep.
Genevieve.
Yep. And so, like I said, you're not going to see any pictures of deities. They're just going to have altars. And you notice the 3s, again, like the rule of 3. And you can't see it from here, but there are 3 small cups of alcohol in the very center behind there's a spiral incense.
They have pickled jaws in front of it.
Yeah, that's an offering. Yep.
Yeah.
It's funny there's only 2 of those, but
yeah, someone took the last one.
yeah.
Okay.
Of course, the main one here.
The thing about the wide-angle lens is the side of it is kind of blurry as well. So.
Yeah, I know. It's a little disturbing. Actually, I'm looking at your camera. I think it looks quite good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would be difficult to scope this with a normal lens. It's just too panoramic.
I mean, I know. So these are the things, right? I know these 2 words. I know the characters. I know what they mean individually, but combined, it's I don't get it.
It's just a name.
Is it a name?
Yeah.
Of a person?
If I'm not mistaken, I think isn't it the name of the god? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Wait. Well, this means the respect of an elder, and this is loyalty.
Yeah, loyalty.
So 效忠.
Yeah.
That's the word that it means. And then
okay.
there's Hong Lim Zi. So what's the English word for it? Not to be lavish.
Excuse me. Be humble.
Be humble. Yeah.
There's a drum over here too. And these days, everything's automated. You'll notice there's a motor on it with a motorized.
Is there a
stick
motor on it?
Yeah. If you look on the back, see?
Oh, yeah.
This is Taiwan. Everything's, running side back. See, it's a motorized beater on the drum, so whenever they do things, they...
You're welcome, Joe from Arizona. This place is pretty quiet at this time.
Excuse me. Yeah,
There's usually popular times of the year that people would come here and do offerings and pray. This is just a regular day, so it's not as crowded.
So not a holy day or anything like that.
Yeah.
Now, this is something that I showed in my Scope Day broadcast, and a lot of people are like, ooh and ah, because it looks really good on a wide-angle lens. But when I first came here, if you look on our blog, I came here with some famous Australian bloggers, Snap and Stray, and I brought them here when they were first building the room, and the guy was hand painting all the paintings in here. You see, I saw him do it. These are not like stencils, or they're not like stick-ons. These are actual hand paintings. You're gonna see.
Wow.
Yeah, you still got your heart stream going.
Okay. All right.
All the paintings on the beams also are done by hand. All of it.
Wow. I might need to stay behind and take a few snaps just to post it on my Instagram. Yeah, I'm losing. I don't know if people are watching this okay.
No, they can see.
Anne, can you see this okay? Can you tap on the screen and just, show a little bit of love?
Notice at the end the 3 apples at the altar at the end. The rule of threes again.
Yes. Okay, thanks. There's a little bit of latency, so I'm guessing it's not perfect, but...
Yeah. Excuse me. The problem I had on Scope Day was, this is in the earlier days, my app locked up, but I didn't have connection problems in here.
Okay.
So that's the main part of the temple. This is a new room, and these are like...
And these are all the names of the deceased?
These are like subscribers.
Oh, subscribers. Oh, contributors.
Yeah, and you get one of these, and it's supposed to give you that spiritual light in your life, kind of thing. Now, I'm not sure how they do it. See, years ago, these would be candles. Now, talk about a pain in the neck. How many I haven't counted. There's thousands of them in here.
Yeah.
Now they're LEDs. This is Taiwan, and nowadays you can also worship in a high-tech manner too. So, anyway.
So you search the light by phone number, and I guess it kind of blinks up.
I don't know. I have no idea. I just know that my phone number is not in there.
Well, you haven't contributed.
Yes, that's right.
It's cool. I like the painting here, guys. Check out the painting here.
Wow, it's really nice.
Yeah, these are the cranes, correct?
Yo, you bet. I like the fish, the koi, on the beam above it.
Right there.
Yeah.
It's nice, isn't it, Mary?
Really, really nice in here.
Mish.
Excuse me. I keep coughing. I'm sorry, John. The first time I was here, he was just putting the detail on these horses up here.
You saw them painting?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. When I first came here, I was with Snap and Stray from Australia, and a gentleman came out of the room and he said to me in Chinese, he said, "Hey, you want to see something cool?" We're like, "Yeah." He said, brought him in here. He said, "This is a brand new room. It's not open yet." And he had, the paint materials out. He had the ladder up, and we watched him. These were just outlines when I first came here. If you look at my blog, I got pictures of them. They're not finished.
I see.
Yeah.
And they're, okay, I know what this means. It's called the picture of the 8 horses. And they use the word handsome to describe the horses. So it's very common in Chinese painting. They love painting horses. So you're probably going to count 8 horses here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So those are the 8 horses in this painting. So
just like this says 9 in Chinese.
Yeah, so that's one painting essentially.
Yep.
And you have the 9
fish in this
fish
one. Yeah.
Here, 9魚頭, right? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fish. And these are all fortune numbers.
Yes.
8 means fortune, and 9 means longevity in Chinese culture.
There you go.
So if you'd like to number it, a lot of people would actually use the number 8 or 9 in China, like in their car license.
Or
phone numbers,
get married, things like that.
Yeah, to get marriage and all that.
There's another room over here that I've never been in.
Okay. Infinity.
I think this one might be. New too.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of a smaller version. With a little larger amulets in here, I guess.
Yeah. But these are the names that are not taken though, so you can actually, I think you can contribute.
You still buy these. Yeah, this is the name of the temple right here.
Yeah, so these are not individuals' names.
Actually, all these over here, John, are also all the temple names too.
Yeah, so I think this is a brand new room.
Yeah.
What's happening?
That was the impression, because last time I was here, well, actually, all the other times I've been here, that door's been closed. So. Yeah. Cool.
I'm so happy the connection is actually working well.
Yeah.
That's always the main concern I have when I do scopes.
You're right.
I'm showing something amazing and people can't really see it, or it's super pixelated because of connection.
That's a periscoper's nightmare. What we want to do is we want to get a portable Wi-Fi hotspot generator and just sit it out in the parking lot so we can walk around anywhere you want.
Yeah, but then that defeats the purpose of having this to be mobile and flexible and all that.
Well, not really. I mean, you just deploy it in the parking lot and get ready to scope. That's all. It runs off the
Yeah.
Runs off
How many people are going to be able to afford that? Ooh, look at the.
Yeah, it's really ornate. See, this place is old, and it's got the old style architecture. The sweeping roofs and this old tile. You can see how old it is. The color's chipped off on it and so forth. So it's a restrooms. You don't want to go in there.
Okay.
But it's
so that's the phoenix over there. I'm not sure because the lighting is kind of really like contrasting here. Yeah. So that's the phoenix and that's the dragon on top of the roof.
Out in front, we didn't really talk about it, but the old saying, "Enter the dragon, exit the tiger." They do have a big dragon and tiger outside. Yeah. On both sides of the temple. Yeah. So. Yeah, that Bruce Lee was supposed to release another movie. He never made it. He was dead. Enter the Dragon was the first one. He was going to do, Exit the Tiger, but he didn't live long enough.
JT, you like it? Yeah, it's basically just snaps that I took with my iPhone, but when I'm not periscoping, I usually take snaps and just post it on my Twitter account so people can just follow and see what's happening in between scopes. Something you want to follow if you're interested to know what's happening with this trip with me and Jonathan JK. We're spending another 2 days in Taiwan.
This says be careful, hot tea. But
yeah. And those are the money.
Yeah, the ghost money. Oh yeah,
the ghost money. Yeah.
We should talk about that. Excuse me. The belief is that when you burn items in a ceremonial burner, they're transmuted into the nether world. So if you want to send grandma some cash to spend in heaven, this is what you do. It's not real money, but you have to pay real money for it. It's what they call ghost money, and it's there's a whole there's a whole package that you buy.
Yeah.
And this is the ceremony incense.
You can't get cupcakes in the temple. Someone is asking because people are tapping cupcakes.
Oh, these are.
But if you use the hashtag year one, you get the cupcakes. These are the incense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, buddy, how's it going? We have a periscoper in Hong Kong. Logging in.
Cool.
So these are. I think this is the older version of how people would have their names on the wall.
Yes, that's right. The contributors to the temple. Yeah.
So this is the older way of doing it.
Etched in the tile by hand.
Yeah.
Must be a pain in the neck.
And they sort it out by region and by the amount of money that they paid. So this donated 1,000. This donated 500. So I guess the more you donate, the bigger the font or the brighter the color you actually have.
It's funny. A lot of religions are like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Money talks.
Okay. Now these are gas-fired burners here. It's pretty interesting. Yeah. A lot of the things that were, in the old days, fired by wood or coal, are nowadays powered by gas.
Yeah. Hey, Brazil. Welcome to Taiwan. Hope you're enjoying this, guys. Mexico. Hey.
So where else do you want to go, John? Let's take a look at the burners. We're not burning anything now, but we can take a look at it.
Okay. Sure. This is the main part of the place, basically, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
We got the big garden off to that side.
Okay. Guys,
down there.
so I'm actually with MJ. He's a periscoper from Taipei.
Not Taipei.
Taipei, Hsinchu.
Yeah, Hsinchu.
And
Okay, there you go.
Hey guys, so I'm actually going to be doing a whole interview with MJ in about an hour or so. We're actually, after we're done with this part, we're actually going up to the mountain and we're going to be scoping at a factory place, and we're going to set up some equipment and do a whole interview with MJ. He's living in Taiwan currently, and he has a very amazing story to share to you about his journey.
Yeah, and it's about Taiwanese people and how generous and trusting they are. People ask me all the time, what's it like living in Taiwan and interacting, working with Taiwanese? It's fantastic.
So if you guys want to know more about MJ or about his story or about Taiwan, this place, tune into this channel, and yes, it's going to be in English. I just have to make sure that, because I have another Cantonese interview later on. But
we might interject some Chinese, but you'll be able to get it.
We're having a special guest.
Yes, we're having a special guest as well.
Yeah. Okay, so any questions before we scope out from this place?
Oh,
are we lovers?
He's getting ready to burn.
I love.
Ready to burn.
I love him so much.
Yeah, we're gay. All right, see, there's.
Oh yeah, that's the.
Yeah, let's go take a look. I'm sure he wouldn't mind.
Yes, he's also a periscoper, so his handle is actually on the caption, Taiwan Live TV.
Yeah, that's a brand new account. I just started it so I can do cultural scopes and interest scopes from Taiwan. Not just me sitting around drinking at karaoke. It's a little different.
There was someone who asked about. There's actually, in fact, a lot of people who asked about is marijuana actually legal in Taiwan?
No, and they have the death penalty here for drug trafficking. So if you're caught at the airport with pot, you're probably going to die. Plain and simple.
Pretty much it.
Your mom told you don't do drugs. She was right. Okay, so the gentleman here is burning ghost money. Trying to send it to. Okay, let's stand over here so we're not. He's trying to send money into the netherworld, and probably to his parents. And
I couldn't block that troll, but I'll make sure I go back to the replay and block that person.
There you go.
Yeah. So this is where they burn the dead people money.
Yes. It's a big problem in Taiwan, John, because as you know, we have 23 million people here. That's the population of Australia on a 350-mile long island. And so naturally, pollution is a problem. And what the government's trying to do is to get people to consolidate their ghost money burning into, like, government-approved burners that have scrubbers on them and so forth. It's not getting a lot of traction. It's not too popular.
Yeah.
But there are some temples that recommend to their devotees that they don't burn, because they sell individual burners. You just put them outside your house, and on certain days like Ghost Month, I walk around like, got my mask on, I'm choking, my eyes are burning, because at every block, every house has a burner out in front. It's a problem.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that in the Moon Festival too. When they barbecue, the whole country smells like charcoal.
Well, that's better because you can smell
That's
meat.
better. Yeah. I don't mind the barbecues. It's the ghost money. So.
Okay, guys. Temple.
Yeah.
Thanks, Moonjae.
Hey, it's been my pleasure.
Hey, thanks for staying out here with us. I hope you guys learn a couple things about this place. His account name is actually on the caption, so it's Taiwan Life TV. And we're going to do an interview later on as well in an hour or so. So I'm actually in Hsinchu. It's about half an hour by high-speed railway from Taipei. And I'm going back to the city to do more scopes. I'm actually with another periscoper from Hong Kong. His name is Jonathan JK, so you can also follow him. No problem. You're welcome, Lucy. Ciao for the now laters.
Take care. 再见.
Okay, guys, see you in a bit. Peace.